Hi, everyone, and welcome to Yes Friday on Have You Heard? And today, as you've seen already, we are going to be listening to America. Now, famously, America first appeared on a sampler LP issued by Atlantic called The New Age of Atlantic in 1972. And that's where I first heard it because a good friend of mine bought a copy. And I seem to remember that I only ever listened to America, to Bluebird by Buffalo Springfield, and a couple of times to the Led Zeppelin track, Hey Hey, something or another. Can't remember. I wasn't that much into Zeppelin in those days. But then, of course, I bought my version of America from this album, Yesterdays, which was released in 1975, February, the end of February 1975. It's just a single sleeve, but with two Roger Dean paintings on it and a bit of info inside on the sleeve. And we'll talk about that a bit later on after the music because it's quite, there's some interesting stuff there. And then I've got another version later on my fragile special edition super duper 2003 2004 remaster where bonus tracks are America and a rough mix of Roundabout. So yeah, it's dotted around all over the place. But firstly, I just want to welcome any new Yes fans to the channel. If you haven't been here before, every Friday is Yes Day on our channel, and we've got about 20 Yes songs now on a playlist that you can go back and listen to and sample if you wish to. And if you enjoy the video today, please like and subscribe and join us on our journey of listening to our favourite music from all over the years. Yes, this was initially recorded for the New Age of Atlantic, and it was recorded sometime between Fragile coming out and the momentous Close to the Edge. And it's Rick Wakeman on keyboards. So Rick, yeah, of course, Fragile had already happened, so Rick would have been there for quite a while already. And I suppose it's most well known for Steve's guitar playing. He really does let loose and play some of the best stuff, doesn't he? Let's listen to it now. It's a nice long song, and then we'll talk about it and talk about all various little bits of trivia and stuff afterwards. But here we go. We're actually going to listen on Spotify to the 2024 remaster. Now, I've never heard this, so it's a new one for me, and it might well be for you too. But here we go. America by Yes, recorded in 72 on the 2024 remaster.
together. I've got some real estate here in my bag, so we bought a pack of cigarettes and Mrs. Wagner's pies. Chicken seems like a dream to me now. Took me 4 days to hitchhike the side of the Oregon to look for America. Oregon to look for America. Laughing on the bus, playing
What a great ending. That was so much fun. Oh my. It's been a while since I've listened to it on headphones. So that was an absolute treat. And I liked the remaster. I think it was Stephen Wilson. But that's a good one. Like that one. Um, very, very clear. The early sort of harmonic tandem between Rick's organ and Steve's guitar, the first part of the song, very nice and very clear. Um, wow, what I mean, I first heard this, as I say, in '72 with the New Age of Atlantic, just listening to it in my friend's bedroom. And when the album came out, oh, well, I had everything else on the album. It was just America that I needed. And I think everybody was the same. Because the album, well, it went to number 27 in the UK and it was released in '75. So that was, I guess, a ploy. America and 7 tracks from the first 2 albums. It was a ploy to fill the gap, I guess, while all the guys were all making their solo albums, between Relayer and Going for the One. Um, wow, it's so good. Bill Bruford's drumming. Oh, Chris Squire's bass. Oh, Rick, Steve, and John. Um, yeah. Now, it's a Simon and Garfunkel cover, isn't it? And I'm interested to know what was back in the US in these days, or when '72 when it first came out on the sampler, and then this was it got to number 17 in the States, so even more people bought it there. What was the opinion on Yes daring to cover one of Simon and Garfunkel's most popular songs? At least in the US, it was. I mean, it wasn't such a big deal, America, over here. Um, and I hardly knew it. I mean, when I first heard the Yes version, I had no idea that it was a Simon and Garfunkel until I read about it. So it isn't as precious, I don't think, to the British public, daring to do a different cover of a Simon and Garfunkel song. It's not as precious to us as it might be to the States, to people there. And I always remember watching the Daily Doug when he did his reaction to America. He wasn't that impressed, and he loves Close to the Edge, doesn't he? He goes wild over Close to the Edge. But he wasn't impressed, and I think it's because he thought they messed around too much with what is a beautiful song. I mean, obviously, I've heard it a million times since the original Simon and Garfunkel song. So, and they do mess around with it a little bit, don't they? Um, so I'm interested to hear what my American friends on the channel, what you think of it. Uh, I think it's magnificent. I loved that. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this album, Yesterday's. And as I say, we've got the Roger Dean cover. That's, I think, the front, because there's the opening sleeve. This is the back with a little boy having a little tinkle in front of a little girl. Thank you, Roger. It's very new age. Um, but it's the inside sleeve that always gets me a little bit. Okay, so here's the sleeve, and we've got information on the tracks on the album. But look at the photos on down the left. All the Yes guys who feature on the songs that are recorded. So of course Peter Banks is there, Tony Kaye is there. But why is Alan White here? Okay, I guess Alan was a member of the band in '75 when this was released, but he doesn't play on any of these tracks at all. So I wonder why Alan is there. And then what really cheeses me off, and I thought these guys were perfectionists, or at least Atlantic Records, they should hold their head in shame. The the mistakes in the printing. This is my OCD coming through here. But if you see, um, the information on America misses a space and is all squashed up with the information on looking around. Very badly done, and there was no proofreading done of this. No, the typographical errors are horrendous. Um, yeah. Ooh. And then a huge big gap. It's as if this portion, the personnel for looking around, should actually have just been cut and paste a bit lower down. Then there would have been a gap and it would have looked okay. Um, but for somebody, for a band who used such a wonderful artistic director and artist in Roger Dean, to then allow this bit of nonsense to happen, I think it's disgraceful. Oh dear. Got to find something to moan about. I'm in my 70s. Um, Apart from all of that, and apologies for the rant, it was great to get this album so that I could have America. And I do love it. And after last week's Yes Friday, the debacle of Hold On, let me hear your opinions on America. What do you think of the song? When did you first hear it? How did you first get your hands on it? Was it the same as me? Or did you find a different way? Or did you have to wait until all the CDs and the additional tracks came out? I'd be very interested to know. It's lovely to hear that song again. Um, Lovely to be able to delve forwards and backwards through the Yes catalogue. Um, and we will be doing more 80s Yes. We've got to, because despite a little bit of the lack of interest, I'm going to plough ahead because there's some lovely music there that I really want to share with the people who like it. So I'll risk it. I'll risk going back into that era. But there's so much more, isn't there? There's the 90s, and there's the Keys to Ascension, and all of that music still that we can touch and talk about and listen to. And there's some lovely stuff there. Um, but I think we'll call it a day. Thank you very much if you stayed through to the bitter end. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. If you're not new to the channel, please like. The likes are really important. And it helps the algorithm sort the men from the boys and helps us get out into the YouTube sphere a little bit. So that would be much appreciated. But there we are. That's Yes Friday done for another week. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Have You Heard, which will be tomorrow, because we do one every single day. But until then, have a great day, and I'll see you all soon. Cheers, everybody.